13 celebrities with incurable diseases. 13. Charlie Sheen, HIV. Sheen is experiencing terrible headaches. The doctor's diagnosis was HIV. The star bribed someone who threatened to reveal his diagnosis millions of dollars. Sheen himself revealed it in 2015. 12. Morgan Freeman, fibromyalgia. Freeman was involved in a car incident in 2008. He has experienced fibromyalgia ever since the occurrence. Freeman's left arm is terribly painful in the muscles. He has found a miraculous treatment, marijuana. 11. Bella Hadid, Lyme disease. Tics frequently carry the Lyme illness. It may cause joint pain and weariness. Bella's mother Yolande also carries the illness. Bella once had a severe episode and couldn't move for 6 days. 10. Selena Gomez, lupus. Lupus is an autoimmune disease. Gomez got a round of chemotherapy in 2015. Yet, issues remained. In 2017, she underwent a kidney transplant. 9. Sia, Graves' disease. In 2010, Sia tweeted about her diagnosis, "Goodbye thyroid. I will kill you with radioactivity." An overactive thyroid is brought on by Graves' disease. It may result in trembling hands, an erratic pulse, and weak muscles. 8. Michael J. Fox, Parkinson's disease. At the age of 29, the actor got diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. It's a degenerative disorder that affects the nervous system. 7. Catherine Zeta-Jones, bipolar II disorder. Zeta-Jones battles bipolar illness and depression. Between 2011 and 2013, she had hospital admissions twice. 6. Jack Osbourne, multiple sclerosis. In 2012, he got a multiple sclerosis diagnosis. He exhibits the symptoms including one-eye blindness, numbness in both legs, and bladder issues. Every day, Osbourne injects Copaxone. 5. Neil Young, epilepsy. As a kid, the musician received an epilepsy diagnosis. Seizures are brought on by this neurological condition. Genetics or traumatic brain traumas may be the reason. 4. Nick Jonas, diabetes. Jonas was 13 when he got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. This kind of diabetes is not common. It accounts for only 10% of all cases. Also, he started a diabetic charity. 3. Dan Reynolds, ankylosing spondylitis. Throughout high school, the singer experienced some as symptoms. Yet in 2012, the illness really started to spread. Reynolds experienced excruciating back pain. He was unable to sit down for more than 30 minutes. Reynolds finds relief in yoga and healthy eating. 2. Gina Rodriguez, Hashimoto's disease. The body's ability to use energy is impacted by Hashimoto's illness. She believed she was permanently cursed. Rodriguez's illness has caused him to gain weight and have memory loss. 1. Kim Kardashian, psoriasis. Red, scaly skin patches are a symptom of psoriasis. She uses cosmetics to hide it. In order to treat the issue, she uses creams and natural medicines. Nine craziest celeb prenups in the history. 9. Nicole Kidman doesn't want Keith Urban to do drugs. When they first started dating, Keith had a serious addiction. He said, "I was taking everything. Nicole felt protective of him even though she loved him. They have a peculiar clause in their prenuptial agreement. Keith receives $600,000 for each year that they remain wed. The money is only awarded if he maintains his sobriety. 8. Jessica Biel is insured against Justin Timberlake's cheating. Justin was well known for his escapades. Jessica requested that their prenup have an infidelity clause as a result. If Justin betrays her, he will be forced to pay $500,000 in damages. If he wanted children, he would also need to be loyal for a very long time. Given that they had two, he must have succeeded in doing so. 7. Brad Pitt lost custody of his kids automatically. Angelina Jolie does not often part with her children. This was expressly stated in the marriage contract she signed with Brad. If they ever got divorced, she wanted him to lose custody of all 6 children. Yet, the law prohibits custody terms in prenuptial agreements. Hence, Angelina substituted infidelity for divorce. 6. Catherine Zeta-Jones will get paid millions if she divorces. For each year they were married, Michael Douglas will be obligated to pay her $2.8 million. She receives an additional $5 million if he cheats. 5. Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan's time is regulated. Their prenup stipulates that Priscilla get at least one date night each week. She is also granted at least 100 unbroken minutes of solitude. During this period, neither partner is permitted to access social media. 4. Charlie Sheen's prenups are pretty ironic. Charlie has always been a contentious figure. He was well known before the rape accusations. He seemed to thrive on substance abuse, violence, and rampant cheating. Thus, all 3 of his spouses insisted on prenuptial agreements with stipulations prohibiting infidelity. His second wife, Denise Richards, received $4 million for their 4 years of marriage. 3. Tiger Woods used a prenuptial agreement as bait. Elin Nordegren, a Swedish model, was his one and only spouse. She divorced him in 2010, after 6 years together. Elin received $110 million as per the provisions of their prenuptial agreement. 2. Elizabeth Taylor's last husband went from rags to riches. Larry Fertensky was Liz Taylor's 7th, and final, husband. They crossed their paths when they both were in rehab. Liz agreed to give him $1 million as part of their prenuptial agreement. The only requirement was that they stay married for a minimum of 5 years. Larry hired a divorce lawyer 5 years later and quickly dumped her. 1. Ice-T and Coco's prenup is the most intimate. Perhaps the rapper married the model because of her curves. Because he's determined to never share it with anyone. The strangest clause in their prenup is that Ice will get to keep Coco's breast and buttock implants if they ever get divorced. All of Boris Johnson's women. 1. Allegra Mostyn-Owen. In Oxford, Johnson met his first wife. She styled her hair with flowers the day of their wedding. Their happiness as newlyweds was really short. "He's a better ex than he was a husband," Allegra said in 2012. In 1987 they got married and in 1993 they divorced. 2. Marina Wheeler. Since their childhood, Boris and Marina have known each other. Evidently, he had an affair with Marina instead of Allegra. When he married her, she was already pregnant. 5 weeks later, Marina gave birth to a daughter. Boris and Marina went on to have 3 more kids. But, he quickly started another affair. 3. Petronella Petsy Wyatt. Petsy has been one of the Boris's columnists at The Spectator. By 2001, her relationship with Boris had ended. Evidently, Petsy became pregnant thanks to Boris. She went to a private clinic to get an abortion. The accusations were described by Boris as an inverted Tower of Piffle. 4. Anna Fazakerley. Fazakerley is a well-known reporter. In 2006, news of her brief affair with Johnson became public. A detective was hired by them to follow her around. To put a stop to the rumor, Fazakerley went into hiding. "That was a long time ago, and a lot has changed in my life," she said in 2018. 5. Helen McIntyre. Johnson had a relationship with Helen McIntyre in 2009. She gave birth to Stephanie in the same year. She and Johnson have never acknowledged, or disputed, that they are his parents. There is no father listed on Stephanie's birth certificate. 6. Jennifer Arcuri. Arcuri is a businesswoman and 21 years Johnson's junior. They had an affair between 2012 and 2016. They got together once a week to be physical. "This is who he is," Jennifer said. "You're never going to change him." Finally, Marina Wheeler expelled Boris in 2018. Laura, their daughter, remarked, "Mom is finished with him. She'll never take him back." 7. Carrie Simons. Carrie Simons and Boris were already dating. In 2018, rumors about their relationship first surfaced. The divorce between Marina and Boris was concluded in 2020. Boris's publicist immediately declared his engagement to Carrie. They married in 2020, and not long after, they welcomed their first child. The couple welcomed their second child a year later. Boris Johnson has never confirmed how many children he has. Who knows how many ex-wives and partners he has? "15 Most Expensive Celebrity Engagement Rings." 15. Catherine Zeta-Jones is from Michael Douglas. The two actors have been married for 22 years. With a classic Fred Leighton ring, Douglas made his proposal. The $1 million jewel is encrusted with a Marquise diamond. 14. Katie Holmes is from Tom Cruise. Holmes said yes to Cruise in 2005. A 5-carat Edwardian cut diamond ring was his gift to her. 13. Ciara's from Russell Wilson. In 2016, the American football player and singer were engaged. A massive diamond ring was given to Ciara. $2 million to $2.5 million is the range of estimates. 12. Blake Lively's from Ryan Reynolds. The Hollywood pair didn't reveal how they got engaged. Lively received a $2.5 million ring from Reynolds. 11. Serena Williams is from Alexis Ohanian. Williams is married to a co-founder of Reddit. He lavishly purchased an engagement diamond for $3 million. It is an oval diamond ring made of rose gold. 10. Kim Kardashian's from Kanye West. In 2013, he asked Kim to marry him in a stadium. He gave her a $4 million, 15-carat piece of jewelry. 9. Kourtney Kardashian's from Travis Barker. Barker faked a charming beach marriage proposal. He presented an oval solitaire diamond to his fiancée. The value ranges from $5,000 to $1 million. 8. Jennifer Lopez is from Marc Anthony. Anthony had made a proposal to Lopez. He gave Lopez an 8.5-carat blue diamond sparkler. From $4 million to $6.2 million, it increased in value. 7. Vanessa Lanes from Kobe Bryant. 6 months after meeting Vanessa, Bryant began to feel depressed. He made the proposal with a 7-carat, $4 million diamond ring. Since his passing, the jewel's value is worth $6.4 million. 6. Beyoncé's from Jay-Z. In 2006, Jay-Z proposed to Beyoncé. He presented her an emerald-cut 24-carat ring. The jewelry is currently valued at $6.8 million. 5. Paris Hilton's from Paris Lotsis. In 2005, the couple had a brief engagement. A 24-carat diamond ring was seen on Hilton's finger. Its cost increased dramatically from $4.7 million to $7.1 million. 4. Anna Kournikovas from Enrique Iglesias. Iglesias presented a $5.4 million yellow gold ring to his fiancée in 2004. Apparently, she then got a second ring. Pink diamond in the shape of a pear was seen on Kournikova. 3. Mariah Carey's from James Packer. In 2016, the businessman and the singer got engaged. Before they could exchange vows, they split. Carey received a 35-carat diamond ring from Packer. In 2018, she sold it for $2.1 million. 2. Jackie Kennedy's from Aristotle Onassis. She received a 15-carat diamond ring from the Greek magnate. It was worth $2.6 million in 1968. Currently, the price is $22 million. 1. Grace Kelly's from Prince Rainier III. In 1956, Kelly was married to Prince Rainier. He proposed with a 10.47-carat emerald-cut diamond ring. The ring has a $4 million price tag. The many tragedies of John Travolta's life. Travolta became Hollywood's top heartthrob thanks to Grease, but his professional success was overshadowed by personal tragedies. He was 23 years old when his partner passed away from breast cancer. She was 18 years older than him. 2 years before to Diana Hyland's passing, he met her. He portrayed her son in The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. He had faith that Hyland would beat cancer, but she passed away. Travolta flew to LA to spend his last moments with Hyland. When she passed away, he was there. He even felt the breath go out of her. He said, "Those were the hardest 10 weeks of Travolta's life." Travolta lost his 16-year-old son Jet in 2009. Travolta, his wife Kelly Preston, and their son traveled to the Bahamas. After having a seizure and banging his head in a bathtub, Jet passed away. It was said that Jet had Kawasaki illness. He also has autism. 10 to 15 seizures would occur to the youngster each day. These could persist for 45 seconds or for several minutes. Travolta suffered a serious depression. The media descended like vultures. Jet was, in fact, not taking his medication. Parental negligence was leveled against Travolta. He received criticism for keeping his son's illness a secret. Travolta was victimized by 2 men. They threatened to reveal Jet's story and demanded him $25 million in return. Travolta was at the lowest point of his life. He even considered taking his own life. He received recovery assistance from the Scientology Church. He received several methods to assist him deal with his loss and sadness. He eventually recovered. Then in 2020, another tragedy occurred. He was in a 28-year relationship with Kelly Preston. When Preston and they first met in 1989, he was already married. It was love at first sight. 2 years later, Preston divorced and got together with Travolta. They got married when she was month pregnant with Jet. Kelly Preston passed away in 2020. She had been silently battling breast cancer for 2 years. Ella and Benjamin, Preston's children, are the only ones left behind. They were 20 and 9 years old, respectively, at the time. Travolta thanked the doctors who helped his family. He vowed never to forget Kelly's love or her life. Travolta was always seen as a family man. Nonetheless, he was accused of physical assault by an unnamed masseuse. He claimed it happened around 2000. According to him, Travolta exposed himself and made vulgar comments about gay fantasies. Travolta denied these assertions. Yet another messy story surfaced in 2014. Travolta and Doug Gutterbell allegedly had a secret relationship in the 1980s. According to rumors, Travolta hid it by dating Brooke Shields, a 16-year-old. Gutterbell claimed that a confidentiality agreement restrained him. He filed a lawsuit to have the case heard in court. The judge, however, dismissed it.
Celeb wives who cheated on their husbands with far younger men. 1. Kris Jenner. Jenner's marriage to Robert Kardashian seemed perfect when it fell apart. In 1978, Kris and Robert got married, but in 1989, she started dating again. His name was Todd Waterman. This was only made public after Robert's passing. Todd and Kris had a hot but short relationship. In 1991, Robert got her divorced. 2. Morena Baccarin. The Brazilian star was married to Austin Chick. The news of their divorce was unexpected, but she was already 3.5 months pregnant. Her Gotham co-star Ben McKenzie was the father. Ben's daughter was born in 2016 after Morena divorced him in 2015. She and Ben were wed in 2017. 3. Meg Ryan. When Ryan filmed Proof of Life, she was wed to Dennis Quaid. Young Russell Crowe played her co-star. They were drawn to one another right away, but Crowe was seeing actress Danielle Spencer. When Meg divorced Dennis, the rumors of their relationship began to spread. "Dennis was not faithful to me for a long time, and that was very painful," said Megan. 4. Madonna. In 2008, Alex Rodriguez wed Cynthia Scurtis. Cynthia then discovered his letters to Madonna. He called the singer, who was 17 years older than him, his soulmate. "I feel like Madonna is using mind control over him," Cynthia complained. Madonna ultimately left for Paris to put an end to the allegations. Cynthia received a $26 million divorce settlement from Alex. 5. Princess Diana. Diana and Charles both had extramarital affairs. Charles would never be able to forget Camilla, his longtime love. Diana turned to several men for comfort. James Hewitt, a household cavalry officer, was one among them. In 1986, Diana and him met at a cocktail gathering. What came next lasted for 5 years. "I adored him, I was in love with him," Diana confessed. 6. Anne Heche. Heche fell for James Tupper, her co-star in the 2006 film Men and Trees. At the time, she was wed to Coleman Laffoon. When the affair became out, Laffoon filed for divorce, but Heche and Tupper persisted. They welcomed a son in 2009. Although they claim to be eternally engaged, they are still not legally married. 7. LeAnn Rimes. Eddie Cibrian and LeAnn Rimes were both married when they first started dating. When LeAnn's husband, former backup dancer Dean Sheramet, filed for divorce in 2009. So did Eddie's wife, Brandi Glanville. There were two married couples that genuinely stumbled across and fell in love with one another. In 2011, she wed Eddie, and the two are still together. 8. Katharine McPhee. McPhee's relationship with Michael Morris in 2013 generated a lot of controversy. Her marriage to producer Nick Kokas was still going great. Morris was married to actress Mary McCormack. She didn't spend much time with Morris. Then Katharine wed David Foster in 2019. "I'm a one-man kind of girl and a kind of true romantic at heart." Katharine McPhee. "13 most viral celebrity cheating scandals ever." 13. Elizabeth Taylor and Eddie Fisher. Eddie was married to Debbie Reynolds. Mike Todd, Elizabeth's husband, passed away in a car crash in 1958. Eddie married Elizabeth after divorcing his wife a year later. She broke up with him for Richard Burton 5 years later. 12. John F. Kennedy and Jackie Kennedy. There were rumors that JFK had a relationship with Marilyn Monroe. He heard her sing "Happy Birthday, Mr. President." Additionally, Marilyn is said to have dated Robert F. Kennedy. Maybe she took her own life because of the scandals. 11. Hugh Grant and Elizabeth Hurley. Hugh was discovered with Divine Brown, a hooker. He had been dating Elizabeth at the time. She at first pardoned him. However, the pair split up in 2000. 10. Hillary and Bill Clinton. Hillary stayed married despite Bill's affairs. In 1998, he was involved with Monica Lewinsky. She was a 22-year-old White House intern. Donald Trump publicly called Hillary an enabler. 9. Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt. On the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Brad and Angelina Jolie became friends. It eventually ruined his relationship with Jennifer. 8. Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. Rupert Sanders and Kristen were seen kissing in 2012. At that time, he was married. On Snow White and the Huntsman, the two were collaborating. Robert received a public apology from Kristen. 7. Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner. When Frank was still married, they started dating. Additionally, he had 3 children with Nancy Barbato. He left her to go see Ava. Frank also cheated on her. 6. Jude Law and Sienna Miller. Jude cheated on Sienna with Daisy Wright, the carer for their kids. 5. Aileen Nordegren and Tiger Woods. Tiger had an affair with nightclub manager Rachel Yucatel. 12 additional women came forward with comparable allegations after it surfaced. Tiger separated and took a hiatus from golf contests in 2010. 4. Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore. They married in 2005 and divorced in 2013. Ashton eventually slept with Sarah Leal, his personal assistant. The news was all over it. 3. David and Victoria Beckham. In 2004, Rebecca Luz, David's manager, claimed to be his second wife. He refuted these charges. David said he was a happy family man. 2. Sandra Bullock and Jesse James. It was alleged that Jesse had several mistresses. According to Michelle McGee, they had intercourse. 1. Sophia Loren and Cary Grant. On the houseboat set in 1958, they became friends. She was only 23 and he was 54. Cary had a wife, Betsy Drake. She planned to star in the movie for which she authored the screenplay. Cary fired his wife and got a divorce. "12 celebrities who did it for the first time after marriage." 1. Lisa Kudrow. The Friends star refrained until she was 32 years old. In 1995, she wed guitarist Michael Stern. They welcomed the son 3 years later. Even in the show Friends, her pregnancy was mentioned. She and Stern have been together for 27 years. 2 and 3. Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin. The pair waited until their wedding in 2019. The singer's choice was motivated by her religious beliefs. "I wanted to rededicate myself to God in that way because I really felt it was better for the condition of my soul." He also mentioned certain benefits. When you behave well, you receive rewards. 4. Hilary Duff. According to the actress, intercourse is not given special consideration by individuals. She waited till she married Mike Comrie because of this. Duff once said, "Virginity is definitely something I like about myself." 5. Kevin Jonas. Together with his brothers Nick and Joe, Kevin also wore a purity ring. "My ring represents a promise to myself and to God that I'll stay pure until marriage." In 2007, he began dating Danielle DeLisa. They walked down the aisle 2 years later. 6. Adriana Lima. In 2006, the Victoria's Secret Angel first opened. She declared, "Sex is for after marriage." Lima noted that her lovers needed to appreciate her decision because it was hers. At the time, she was seeing NBA player Marko Jaric. They got hitched in 2009. 7. Brooke Shields. Shields experienced a traumatic early life. She started posing nude at 10. But the actress wasn't actually having intercourse. She made the connection between it and her body image issues. Shields was 22 when she lost her virginity to Dean Cain. They broke up despite having plans to get married. 8. Sarah Drew. Drew is much like her Grey's Anatomy character, April. They both considered Christians. Both made the decision to forego premarital intercourse. The authors believed that would make for a really cool and intriguing novel. Drew claimed that she abstained until she married Peter Lanford. 9. Tina Fey. The comic actress waited till she was 24 before having sex. She held off until after she wed Jeff Richmond. Fey explained, "I couldn't give it away. That's just good Christian values or being homely." 10. Tim Tebow. Former NFL player who openly professes his faith. He's pro-life and against premarital intercourse. He didn't get married until he was 32. In 2019, he married Miss Universe 2017, Demi Lee Nell Peters. 11 and 12. Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon. The couple believed it would be special to wait till marriage. However, Mariah said that they were still close. "It's not that our intimacy was lacking. We simply lacked total intimacy." Here's the life of 6 pop stars after they lost their fame completely.
6. Viv Albertine. Albertine started out in the flowers of romance. In 1976, she and Sid Vicious founded the band. She joined the Slits a year later, playing guitar. The world was outraged by their album's nude cover. They unquestionably left a mark on the genre as well. In 1982, the Slits disbanded. Albertine went back to school and declared a film major. She started writing, although she never completely gave up music. 5. Kevin Rowland. He served as Dexy's Midnight Runners frontman. The group had a number of hits in the early 1980s. The Dexys split up in 1987. Kevin confessed, "I'd been too confident, too arrogant." The musician quickly fell into substance addiction. He went into rehab after losing his money. Since the 2000s, Rowland has been employed as a DJ. 4. Bob Geldof. In the later 1970s, the vocalist achieved prominence. He was a part of the Boomtown Rats, an Irish rock group. In 1986, he quit the band. Geldof went to philanthropy and penned an autobiography. The Band Aid supergroup was co-founded by him. In order to feed the hungry in Ethiopia, money was raised.
Queen Elizabeth II knighted Geldof in 1986.
He then started Planet 24, a TV production firm. He yearned to get back to music though. 2020 saw the release of a brand new Boomtown Rats album. 3. Terence Trent D'Arby.
D'Arby's debut album helped him gain popularity in 1987. At the age of 25, he rose to fame. "I wanted adulation and got it," he reflected. His record label had unreasonable expectations. D'Arby, though, did not need to be restrained. He spent the 1990s seeking inspiration in his Los Angeles residence. However, he was unconcerned with excess and artifice. D'Arby adopted Sananda Maitreya as his new name. He continues to compose and record music. On his own label, he makes the release. 2. Lisa Mafia. She served as So Solid Crew's lead vocalist. Their platinum-selling hit 21 Seconds. The queen of UK garage was Mafia. She later departed So Solid Crew to focus on her solo career. With the platinum-selling track All Over, she made her debut. She appeared in a couple movies and a ton of reality TV programs. She currently manages a beauty parlor in Margate. 1. Natalie Merchant. Natalie Merchant served as the band 10,000 Maniacs' main singer in 1981. She remained with the group during its first 7 albums. She's developed into a solo performer. Tiger Lily, Merchant's debut album, sold 5 million copies. She was frightened because the treadmill came back again. In 2023, Merchant plans to release her 8th studio album. She additionally teaches creative writing at New York State. She struggles with the funds of her records. I don't enjoy the work that I do. It's just that it's not self-sustaining anymore.